Take the toe brisk and walk back towards the wall. Keep the brisk down in front of the wall, away from the wall. Keep the foot on the brisk and sitting bone towards the wall and stretch your arm forward as much you can. Don't keep the knuckles down on the mat, keep the fingers down on the mat. Let you keep the inner edge of the foot in a straight line, from the toes to the ankles in a line. Inhale, pull your thigh muscles and the hip joint towards the ceiling. As you exhale, rotate your buttocks muscles towards outward and the thigh muscles towards inward. By the firmness of the foot, one more inhalation, pull your kneecap, thigh muscles, hip joint towards the ceiling and back. Feel the connection of your sitting bone towards the wall and lengthen your spine as much you can from the lower back to the arm forward. Exhale, hold there. Now, if possible, take your hands slowly back, hold your ankles. Inhale, keep firm your foot and hip joint and exhale, hold there. Feel the firmness of your foot. With one more inhalation, slightly raise your chest, correct your hips and exhale, lean forward again. Hold your ankles tightly and with the inhalation, one more time, pull your thigh muscles and the hip joint towards the ceiling and back, lengthen your spine as much you can. And as you exhale, lean forward towards your thigh, deeper as much you can. Feel the breath, feel your limitation, hold the pose. After for a while, inhale, slowly come back, hands on your hip, slowly back, and exhale, relax. So now, you will slowly walk forward, keep the brisk down, keep the legs together, hands in prayer pose, exhale, Angustasana, bend your knee, raise your heels and sit down on your ankles, hold there. Now let's ready for downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Spread the fingers, knuckles down on the mat and straight your knees. So now you will keep the heels down on the mat, toes in a line. With the pressing of your palms down on the mat, inhale, lengthen your spine and pull the hip back and sitting bone towards ceiling and back and heels firmly down on the mat. And now let's prepare for the next pose, Ekapada Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Raise your right leg and walk as much you can on the back of the wall. You can choose to keep the toes on the wall or toes flat down on the wall. Both is fine, depends on your flexibility. Now, those who have enough strength, let me go for the deeper pose. By firming your left foot on the mat, walk back as much you can and pull your right thigh, knee and toes towards the ceiling as much you can. With each inhalation, stretch your spine, pull the hip back, rotate your right hip towards inward, stretch your right leg towards the ceiling. As you exhale, drop the torso, lean down as much you can. Remember, with each exhale, feel the firmness of your left heels and left inner edge of the foot. Hold that for a while. And slowly come back. Walk the arms forward and keep the right legs down. Hold there, down dog, and then change your leg. Follow the same instruction and go on. back, relax in baby pose. Now let's do Upavishta Konasana. Heels on the soft mat, hands on the wrist. Exhale, spread wide your leg as much you can. Stretch your leg. Flex the toes and spread the arms with the distance of your shoulder. Remember that your weight is on the arms. Don't use the gravity to do this asana. Use your intellectual connecting with your breath and your breath connected with your movement. With each exhale, spread the leg, flex the toes, and feel the stretching of the hamstring. And hold there. Keep hold the weight on your arms. Now slowly sit down on the floor. Hold there for a while. Now palms together in prayer pose in the Anahata chakra and hold there. Let's we move on to the next asana, Ardha Bhikasana. The left leg in frog pose and stretch your right leg out as much you can. Remember, firm your right heels down the mat and the foot on the wall. Flex your left toe. Remember that your left knee in a line with your left ankles. Hands in front of your torso. Let the arms get a full support. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone in and feel the weight on your hip joints. Try to lengthen your spine. Don't lose your hip joints. Just hold there, and if possible, take your right hand on the back of the right thigh and the left hand in front of your torso.